Hello, and welcome to Crusalis Utils. This is a mod I made with several tools geared towards Crusalis, so you can become the epic gamer and beat everyone because you have an advantage. Before I start detailing what every feature does, keep in mind this is not considered cheating. I have talked with MD Gay, and he said this is okay. He actually quite liked it.
Approved.
So this is Crusalis staff approved. Thumbs up. Now, Crusalis Utils has three main features, that being flag to waypoint. I have a fake flag over there. Hitbox colors, that's why I have the players over there. And waypoint sharing. I have no friends to share waypoints with, so I will be sharing with myself. Now, what does flag to waypoint do? Basically, nobody likes getting backcapped. So let's say I'm part of London and I want to see where the flag by MisterUni is. What I do is I press O, which is the default key for OpenConfig on Hitbox Plus. You can change this, of course, in the keybind settings. I will go to flag to waypoint options. I will make sure the flag to waypoints are enabled. And I will add to the friendly towns list, I will add London. Now, whenever any flag is placed on London, I get a nice little waypoint on it. That way, I will never get backcapped again. Also, if you have several towns added, you can go over the flag and you will see that it says what town it is added on. So you can also see this on the map. It says flag on London. So you will never lose track. This waypoint auto-deletes whenever the flag is either defeated or it is captured, right? But so in short, any flag you want to see any town you want to see the flags of, just add the town to the friendly towns list. But Oreo, you may ask. I want to see towns when they are being liberated. So like, let's say I'm an enemy of Dublin, and I want to see whenever those pesky Dubliners are liberating their town. So that's what the enemy towns list is for. I add Dublin, I save and quit, and then whenever they're trying to liberate Dublin, I will see the message. So that is flag to waypoints in a nutshell. So what is hitbox colors? The issue of player recognition in Crusalis is a very old one. We have all shot a teammate accidentally or hit someone because we couldn't tell what their team is. Especially when I'm like far away, how the hell am I supposed to tell who is on my team? So what you do is you go look at any of your teammates of any town. You go and look at any town member and press N on them, and that makes all of the players of that town makes their hitbox green. That way, no matter how far you are, as long as you have hitboxes on, you will always be able to tell they're your teammates. You can of course press N again to make them red, to mark them as enemies, and N again to make them neutral again, and you can hold N to make them go RGB. No, that's just it. It basically cycles through the three colors. Right? It's very simple. Once you do add someone, a team, you can go to the config again, to the Oreos modification, and you will see it appears under friendly teams list. But it appears as a weird T33. I don't know what this means, right? So how do I know which town is T33 so I can manually delete them from my list like this? Well, that is what prefixes and their team name is for. It basically gives you a list of all the towns you've ever registered, and it tells you what prefix corresponds to them. So here I can clearly see Korea corresponds to T33. So if I wanted to remove them from the list manually, I would go here, I would remove T33, and now their color is white again. So that is hitbox colors in a nutshell. You can mess around with it, and you can add allies, your team, whatnot. What is waypoint sharing? Basically, I have this cool little bind that shares your coordinates in chat whenever you press it. This, of course, has a 5-second cooldown, so that you cannot spam chat and you don't get muted accidentally. But this is not it. If you have anybody added as a friend, which you can do by either middle clicking on a player and it adds them as a friend individually, or by adding them manually in your friends list, right? In this example, I'm going to add myself. If you do accept waypoints from friends and you enable that, if anybody within your friends list shares a waypoint with the mod, it will make this nice little waypoint. So you can share your chords quickly with your friends if they all have the mod. And if you walk close to it, it will get auto-deleted. This is, of course, for team coordination and stuff, you know. I think you know how to use this. This will work in town chat as well. So if you're like in town chat and you share your chords there, only people in your town will see them and they will get the waypoint, anyone with a mod that has you added as a friend. That is everything you need to know if you just want the basics. Use this in your wars, win game, become pro gamer. Good luck. For any of you that want a detailed guide on all of the special settings, this is what this part of the video is for. Basically, we'll go through every single setting here, including the elusive special waypoint settings. Let's start by the basic waypoint options. Of course, enable flag to waypoints just enables, you can enable and disable it so that you don't get flag to waypoints at all. Then you have the waypoint Y offset. Basically what that does is, if I set it for example to 50 and now a flag is done, suddenly the waypoint appears 50 blocks above. This is very useful because waypoints tend to get in the way when you're aiming or hitting someone or whatnot. So I do recommend you have some kind of waypoint offset upwards. You can also set it downwards if you want. You can do -50, and that will make a new waypoint 50 blocks in the ground. I don't know why you would do this, but you can. Okay, let me delete those. Then we have time until waypoint deletion. This is by default 240. Basically, this is just in case for some reason the waypoint doesn't get deleted by detecting any messages, for whatever reason, it will get auto-deleted after 240 seconds. You can set this to whatever you want. So if I set it to 2 seconds and I make a waypoint, it will get deleted in 2 seconds, as you saw. I recommend keeping this in a relatively high number. For example, I'd say like 400 seconds, so that in case there's a longer cap, it doesn't get auto-deleted before it actually finishes capping, so you don't lose track of, you know, any flags that you want to keep track of. Then there is the limit flag waypoints to radius. What this does is, if I set this to within, this would only show me flags within a radius, and I can set here what the radius is. So like if I set it to 4 blocks and I make a cap, suddenly it doesn't appear at all. That is because it's not within my radius. If I boost this to 40 though, it will appear. But this seems pretty stupid. I don't want to see flags close to me. I want to see flags far away from me and not close to me. That is what the out of option is for. Basically, it does the exact opposite. Now, if I press the flag, it won't appear. If I make the flag, it won't appear because this is within my radius, thus it does not appear. And if I do it, set it to 4 again, it will appear. Wow, very cool. I know. So, special waypoint settings. This one is interesting. This one has its own list. So you can, if you add, the only towns that these settings will apply to are the towns you add here. They don't need to be added up here. If they're added here, they will apply for the spatial waypoint settings. So for example, if I add London and I enable play sound when marked cities are flagged. Whenever a flag is placed on London, I will hear this nice bell sound. Just so you know, you can also mess with the pitch of this. So if you make it 5, you will hear a high-pitched ding. And this sound does qualify as a block sound. So if you for some reason have disabled blocks, oh, you still hear it. Never mind. I'm stupid. Cut this out. Cut this out. All right, we're cutting this part out. Okay, we're cutting this. Please, make it smooth. I don't know. Somehow. I didn't expect that to work. Okay, so let me delete the waypoint. Right, you can resume in a bit. All right, so that is what play sound when marked cities are flagged is for. And then you have show notification on chunk capture. Basically, what this does is it sends you a hotbar message whenever a chunk is captured from any town in the special towns list. So, if there's a flag currently on London, and I have London in my list, and then that chunk gets captured, it will show chunk from London has been captured. Also, just like a small funny thing I added, if you attack any town yourself and you have that town in your list, I can't type. I cannot type. There we go. The flag will appear with a Y and it will be red so that you can tell that is your flag. That is basically everything I have to say about this mod. Also make sure that when you type like a town name in, it's case sensitive. So that if there's an uppercase letter, it needs to be uppercase here too. That is about it, about the mod. Have fun, use it well. Good luck. Goodbye.